They say respect is a foundation that keeps love from crumbling. Without it, even the strongest feelings eventually collapse. Let me tell you a story. Amara grew up believing that love was everything. She wanted a fairy tale, fireworks, grand gestures, the sweep you off your feet kind of love. But as she got older, she noticed something. The couples who lasted weren't the ones always posting about vacations or kissing in front of cameras. They were the ones who spoke gently to each other, even in anger, who still listened, even in disagreement. That, she realized, was respect. When she met Daniel, he didn't sweep her off her feet. He wasn't the loudest in the room, wasn't trying to impress. But there was something different about him. The way he spoke to people. How he greeted the janitor with the same warmth as his boss. The way he listened, really listened, when Amara talked. Not pretending. Not waiting for his turn. Just listening. It felt rare. They started dating, and the differences between them showed quickly. Amara was bold, outspoken, quick to laugh, but also quick to get upset. Daniel was calm, steady, the type who thought 3 times before speaking once. At first, those differences felt like balance. He calmed her storms. She brought light to his quiet. But after a while, the friction began. She hated how he could retreat into silence during arguments. He hated how she exploded when she was frustrated. There were nights when voices rose, doors slammed, and both thought, maybe this isn't going to work. But here's what made the difference. Even in the middle of their biggest fights, Daniel never called her names, and Amara never mocked his insecurities. They fought, but they never fought to destroy each other. Respect was the invisible line they refused to cross. It became their anchor, the unspoken promise. No matter what, I will not humiliate you. I will not belittle you. I will not tear you down. Over the years, that respect carried them through moments that could have broken them. When Amara wanted to quit her job and go back to school, everyone told her it was a reckless idea. Daniel didn't laugh, didn't call it foolish. Instead, he said, if this is what you want, I'll carry the load until you finish. We'll make it work. When Daniel lost his job after 15 years at the same company, Amara could have shamed him. She could have said, see, I told you not to get too comfortable. But she didn't. She held his hand and whispered, we'll figure this out. You're not in this alone. And little by little, they learned something. Love will give you the spark. But respect is what allows love to survive the storms. It showed in the small things too. Daniel always knocked before entering her workspace, even after 20 years of marriage. Amara never scrolled through his phone, even when her friends told her she should just be safe. Respect built trust, and trust made love lighter. Years passed. They had children, bought a small house, built a life with all its imperfections. Bills piled up sometimes. Arguments still happened. But even in those moments, they never forgot. Respect first, then everything else. On their 20th anniversary, their daughter asked them a question. What kept you two together all these years? Amara smiled, looked at Daniel, and said softly, love started it, but respect kept it alive. Daniel added, love without respect is like a house without a foundation. Beautiful for a while, until the cracks start showing. Respect is what kept ours standing. That night, When their guests had gone, Amara thought about all the years behind them. The laughter, the tears, the quiet sacrifices neither of them announced, but both of them remembered. And she realized something profound. Respect wasn't about the big moments. It was in the tone of voice during arguments. It was in not rolling eyes when the other was speaking. It was in saying, "Thank you," for the ordinary things. It was in still seeing the other person as worthy of kindness. And that's the truth most people forget. Love is not just about finding the right person. It's about being the right person. And the right person knows, without respect, love eventually crumbles. So maybe you're in a relationship right now. Maybe it's wonderful. Maybe it's hanging by a thread. Ask yourself, do you respect them? And do they respect you? Because love without respect is fragile. But love built on respect, that's the kind of love that endures. So if this story resonated with you, maybe take a moment today to show a little extra respect to someone you love. Say, "Thank you" for the small things. Listen a little longer before interrupting. Or, at the very least, don't roll your eyes when they tell the same story for the 10th time. And hey, if you made it this far, that means respect is important to you too. So, respect me back. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a reminder. Because love might be complicated, but respect? That's simple.